ago has all built to this. The championship game in the Big 12 Conference. One that has a long history of classic finishes. We could be in for another one here today. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Turnstreet. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. It's a toss play to the right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times we'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job with the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man. It's Brown. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Big moment early in this championship game. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Anderson. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
This is the advantage, in my opinion, of having that big body tight end. He took a big shot, held on to the football for a 1st down. This toughness cannot be taken for granted.
Handoff from the shotgun. Has it back to the end zone. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Boy, the script that this offense coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run, pass, and it's working to perfection. Now, as they move the ball into the red zone area, can they put this ball into the end zone?
And the running play gets stuffed. They're going to mark him right at the 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. From the gun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. The Aggies will come to the line to crank up the tempo. To throw, it's Reed. Nice grab. It's Moss. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They're going to throw for it on third and short. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. A big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Complete with a running back on this fourth down play. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Well, this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. No huddle now for the offense. There's the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. You make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. And now the handoff. End zone ahead. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Pulls it in. It's Durham. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And now they'll run it on the draw. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one in this conference championship. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the 2nd quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Bringing pressure. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Hey, I like the aggressive approach here, trying to pick up this 1st down, just not able to execute, and now you've given the opposing offense really good field position. Your defense better step up.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. 1st down to the 32.
I tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the 1st down. And, Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently. And even Isaiah Spiller, good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
First down here for this offense. He'll hand it off. Gets the 1st and still running. Tackle made it to 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the deep.
Headed for the end zone. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Well, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for 1st downs. They better get it together or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
And the Aggies will line up here on 1st down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
why, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful.
It's a fake PAT, looking to throw for it. He cannot escape. It's a sack. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he fields it inside the 15. Look out, room to run here. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to start with decent field position. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points, and they bounced back here. That's a solid gain, moves the football inside the 40, 1st and 10.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable backs again on this roster, too.
And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll hand it off. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. Makes it look easy.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
The kickoff team is out there now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Texas A&M offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Daniels. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. The Aggies looking to run some tempo here. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking downfield. It's Reed. The ball is caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Grab down the middle. It's Moss. They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it to the right side. And they try the middle, but stop for no gain. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. 1st down and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. On the move now. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. The offense will take their 1st 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Looking for his back. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He escapes the pocket. He'll throw it deep in the middle of the field. And it's picked off in the end zone. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to scramble. The sure hands. It's Durham. Oh, and he hits it out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Now, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking deep downfield to the left. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws. It's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 45. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. And they stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. Not much on that play, brought down short. And the Aggies hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the 1st down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
And the extra point gives him a double-digit lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Here comes a handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
2nd down play coming up. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Off target and incomplete. Offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. The linebacker shifting around now. Gonna run it. It's Durham. Powering through. And that stiff arm will help earn him the 1st down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. On the move now. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. That's caught. It's buried. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here. We got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on 4th down?
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Handoff to the left. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. They make the tackle all the way down to the 17.
Oh, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's hit as he throws it. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Press coverage now from these DBs. They're going to run it here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. And as we break for the quarter, Kurt, it's Texas A&M on top, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Powering through the defender. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. Looking for 6, and it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So it sets up a second and goal from the 4. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And it's intercepted. The 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. A crucial pick 6.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25, no return attempted there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Tough running to avoid a loss. It just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He escapes the pocket. Under pressure, just lets it go.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It's reeled in. It's Anderson. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you've got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Durham. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. First down to the 27. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Short pass, finds the tight end. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Important moment here in this championship game. 3rd down and short on the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down at the 11, but it'll be 4th down from there. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Caught by the receiver. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. They capped the drive with 6 points.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
So the touchdown is huge, but now the crucial two-point conversion to get it to a one-score game. It's a quick grab. He will run it in. They convert the two-point try and make this a one-possession game now, down 8.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. They see if the defense can respond to it this time. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
You can almost sense the coaches challenge this offensive line before they went out on the field, how important this drive is with the lead late in the football game. They are hitting people and pushing people around up front and being able to get positive yards on 1st and 10.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw. It's Reed. That's caught. It's Moss. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Crucial 3rd down play after that completion. Can he make it to the marker? Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. 1st down now from the 30.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Pounding away with the run game. It's Eshfa middle to get stuffed. That run goes nowhere. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? Back to throw. It's Reed. He's running out of time here. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away. Closing in on a conference championship. This offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The pocket breaking down. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
18.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking for some space. It's Durham. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
So 2nd and 7 at a 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. It's an out route. The catch made. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Offense getting ready for their last drive. Time ticking away here in the final quarter. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to scramble. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Well, stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. One last pass attempt, ball is incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we'll get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.